Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Wednesday, and I hope it finds you guys well out there. We got a big show lined up, a lot of things to talk about. We are officially in government shutdown mode, as they were, no surprise, unable to reach a deal. We'll break that down for you. We had a Supreme Court ruling on Fed Governor Lisa Cook, so we will tell you about that. We did get the ISM, or not the ISM, the ADP job numbers. I don't know if we're going to get any government jobs numbers, so I don't know if we're going to get jobless claims tomorrow. I don't think we're going to get the jobs report on Friday because I want to say the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which does the reporting, as far as when the government shuts down, they have one employee. That's how non-critical the Bureau of Labor Statistics is. So I don't know if these reports were done, not done, I don't know. But, yeah, there's only going to be one person there, so I would plan on not having it. We've got another all-time record high in gold. And I want to say in silver, too. I know silver, technically hasn't broken 50. Guys, I don't know what you're waiting for, what signal you need, but remember what I've been telling you. $4,000 gold's it's already done. I know it's not here, but it's done. The question's going to be, how close to 5 are we going to get before the end of the year? That's really going to be the question. Silver, it's an even bigger question. 50's done. It's done. How close to 100 is it going to be? Those are the questions. And that's just short term. That's just short term. 5 years from now, $10,000 gold. Yeah. $200, maybe $300 silver. You have no idea. And this is the hard part because, right, I'm not on TV. I'm not some famous person. I'm not some billionaire, at least not yet. But everybody knows, except for the majority of the dumbed-down public, what's coming. This is the worst bubble yet, which is the bond market, the sovereign wealth bubble. Things that are real are the winners. Things that we know are going to replace fiat money are going to be the winners. And guess what? We do all of it. We have gold, we got silver. Heck, we can even do a little platinum and palladium now and again when that's in stock. And, of course, TEXIT coin. I've got huge updates. The biggest crypto convention in the world just happened. It's happening, because it goes like 3 days. Yesterday, Bobby informed us that he was invited to a closed-door meeting, and the person inviting him was Donald Trump Jr. I don't know what was said. I'm sure we're going to find out. But if you don't think TEXIT coin isn't on the map, you got another thing coming. And, we are less than T-minus, about 18 hours, something like that, away from launching on MEXC, the latest exchange, now by far the biggest. Listen, MEXC And I know for a lot of you, you're probably like, I've never heard of MEXC. What's MEXC? You know, Coinbase and Kraken and maybe Binance, right? That's all I know. That's all I've ever heard of. MEXC is right there. And when you talk about those three, the next one you talk about is MEXC. Right there, you know, here in the U.S., Coinbase and Kraken are the big two. Overseas, it's Binance and MEXC. A couple others, but I think like MEXC is like the sixth biggest exchange in the entire world. Yeah, we've arrived at the big time, and man, is October going to be a lot of fun. We're over 34,000 miners. That means there's only 16,000 miners to go before 50,000, which ends the BOGO hash. If you're in before that, you're grandfathered in. And what does that really mean? If you just sign up a few people, this means you can, instead of getting $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 worth of hash, you double it. That's what I've been doing. That's how I've gotten all of my ability to get a lot of TEXIT coin. And when you get invited to closed-door meetings with the Trump family and you're in the crypto space, is that a big deal? Yeah, I think so. You still don't want to get in yet? Patriot Radio News Hour. By the way, fantastic show. Got a lot of stuff to go over. We'll be right back. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour on this Wednesday. So we have a lot of stuff. Let's take a look at the market, then we'll go over the stuff. The Dow is flat. The S&P is flat. The Nasdaq's flat. Kind of weird, right? Government shutdown. Really bad data today. The 10-year note, 4.12, kind of disappointing that it's not closer to 4, especially with the government shutdown and all of that stuff. But I'll tell you why in a minute. Gold, TV gold, $3,900. TV silver, almost $48, but spot right now, $38.75 on gold, and silver, $47. It's been like right around the $47.50 on silver. Let's just, by the way, final day of the mega sale. And when I mean mega, I mean mega sale. It's gotten better than what it was yesterday, and yesterday was ridiculous. First, let's start with ADP. So this is the ADP is one of those payroll companies. You know, they do they do their own jobs number. They always release it on Wednesday for the month of September. ADP for the second month in a row said the United States lost jobs. This month, 32,000 jobs lost, far below the estimate. The lowest estimate was plus 25,000. By the way, it is the first time back-to-back job losses, month-to-month job losses from ADP going back to COVID. Inside of the numbers, good producing jobs were down, service producing jobs were down. Northeast jobs were up 20,000, Midwest down 63,000. The South was kind of flat. The West, the Pacific West, up 20, Mountain West down 6. And it really didn't matter. It was across the board. The only employers to add jobs, according to ADP, 500 employees or more. Every other sector was negative. Incomes still rising 4.4%. That is the slowest year-over-year number since June of 2021. Job changers, 6.6% increase. Now, that's the low. Last time it was 7.1. But you can see wages still very high when it comes to jobs. And, of course, why? Because, well, inflation is everywhere. On top of that, we did have ISM manufacturing data, 7th straight month of declines. And then the Supreme Court ruled today that Fed Governor Cook, she can keep her job for right now, and they'll review the case a little later. So Lisa Cook, remember Donald Trump trying to fire Fed Governor Cook. She can stay on the job until oral arguments are heard in January. So this keeps her on the board for the rate cuts for the rest of the year, and maybe for a lot longer than that even. So that was kind of the big news. And there was a lot of big news. And you start thinking about what's really happening in the marketplace. But Jason, ADP says negative numbers. The government now is officially shut down. So it's going to be very interesting to see how long, the longer this shutdown lasts, the more likely that we're going to get more rate cuts. So maybe this is part of the plan. Let's keep the government shut down, and we can guarantee even more rate cuts.
Yeah, I think they're going to make it as abominable as they can make it look in the markets, so that they can keep on lowering the rates. Because you have two options. You have raise the rates and control the inflation, or you got lower the rates and print. And we know what the generally the idea, Joe, for safety is enrich their buddies, inflate all assets, because when you have assets, inflation isn't as bad. Inflation only hurts the currency. And so Warren Buffett won't be in a cash position much longer, I believe, Joe.
Yeah, matter of fact, it's funny you say that. Warren Buffett maybe getting ready to buy some type of petrol oil, I think chemical petrol company. I'll keep you up to date on that. Why? Well, because it's real. That is where you need to be. And gold and silver are the big winners here. And then, of course, what comes after the fiat money, that is where the winners are going to be in all of this. By the way, the dollar, the worst year in over 22 years for the dollar, and things are getting worse. Bloomberg is reporting out of China that they have suspended all shipments of iron ore from BHP, the largest iron ore miner in the world. And China now says that we're done accepting shipments from BHP, Rio Tinto, Vale, in its steel industry, with a immediate halt of all purchases of BHP. And Jason, here it is. Why? Well, number one, they want better pricing. Number two, they want to buy it in renminbis. They don't want to buy iron ore in U.S. dollars. And Jason, crude oil is the biggest market, but these are big markets. Look at, how about this? First time that I can ever remember, you know how many soybeans China bought from the United States this year? How about zero? Zero. Where did they buy them from? Brazil, Argentina. Why? Well, they don't want dollars. They don't need to take dollars. And now this morning we wake up and China says, hey, we're starting with BHP. We're starting with iron ore. But by the way, Rio Tinto, Vale, you guys are on notice. We want to pay in something other than dollars. Jason, it's already the worst year for the dollar in 2 decades. And I think everybody understands. See, this is what we talk about, guys. Everybody gets it. Remember how many times I said, listen, there was no good choice. There was no good choice. And the Trump administration made a choice. What was the choice they made? Screw it. Keep printing money. Right? I want interest rates. The Treasury Secretary, Donald Trump, they want interest rates back to 1%. Why? Because there's no way for the U.S. to grow at all. And now we're sitting here with a government shutdown that's going to guarantee more rate cuts, and the rest of the world is like, listen, this is a losing battle for us. We're only getting, the 10-year notes at 4%. Well, they just admitted inflation was 3%. If they admit to 3%, it's 6%. And by the way, they're going to move heaven and earth for the rates to get even lower. Jason, is anyone really surprised that they're trying to get out of dollars? I mean, obviously we've seen it in gold. We're seeing it in silver. You know what's so funny? Did you see the import numbers for China and India when it came to gold and silver? Off the charts.
Yeah, well, the price is going up for a reason.
Off the charts.
It ain't our customers buying, Joe, because people on the retail are sitting around looking what they should do. They're not buying. We have sellers, Joe. We have so how it happens.
This is not the gold and silver markets I grew up on.
This is the peanut butter jar, Joe. This is the peanut butter jar. They're scraping everyone clean. When you guys are selling because you need it, it's going somewhere. Usually when everyone sells, the price goes down. Everyone's selling right now, Joe, and the price is going up because there is a buyer. It's the smelters putting into deliverable 1,000-ounce silver bars and 100-ounce gold bars and shipping it off, I guess, to the Bank of China, Joe.
Yeah, they're dominating the markets right now. It's incredible what we're seeing, and it's not just them. It's all over the world. Big moves in the gold and silver ETFs. That's where the guys on TV, they don't want to tell you what they're doing, right? That's where they're socking away billions of dollars of gold and silver, at least paper gold and silver. But now people are worried. Listen, I will say this. It is close. Are we going to get a failure in silver deliveries? It is very possible that may occur. We could see, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. I think it may. Let's not forget, who was it? One of the biggest gold miner in the world, right? They're in force majeure on their biggest mine, right? That 100 million mud ton debacle, right? There's a lot less gold and a lot less silver out there. But if there's rumors starting to circulate that there may be some silver contracts that get undelivered. If that happens, we'll probably see $100 silver like instantaneously. Remember, what was it, nickel? The nickel a few years back, right? All of a sudden, some company, they were mega short and they couldn't get the delivery, and all of a sudden the whole market was going to be crazy. They had a special bailout and all of those things.
Yep.
The market has gotten scary. By the way, this morning, gold and silver premiums went up. And like Jason said, it's a soft market here, but gold and silver premiums went up. Here's the thing. We're closing in on the end of the year. So you know the Mint's getting ready to shut down. I mean, they're still 45 days away, 45 to 60 days away from shutting down, getting ready for next year. But I said to Jason on the phone this morning when we were talking, I said, boy, this is just setting up. Why do I get a feeling that right as silver is going to get ready to really launch, head towards $100, none of you are going to be able to get in, right? That's usually how they do things. I got that feeling again. Oh, the Mint's closed. Oh, there's no silver. Oh, sorry. Get it today while you can. Big specials. 800-951-0592. That is the number for gold. That is the number for silver. That is the number for TEXIT. And boy, TEXIT on the move. Get ready, guys. I'm trying to help you. I really, really, truly am. Let's go over the specials today. Because yesterday I ran these were dumb prices, and now they're dumber. Yep. U.S. Silver Eagles. Right? I've got, 15, 20 rolls left. They're $975. I want all of you to know, cost for me on Silver Eagles is now over $1,000. You heard me right. My cost is over $1,000
for a roll of Silver Eagles.
For a roll of Silver Eagles, that's my cost. I think I'm at $1,115 for a roll of silver today, something like that. Okay, I've got these last rolls. They're $975. I literally could sell them back to the wholesaler for essentially this price right here. $975. I've got somehow, like little gremlins, sometimes they multiply. I've got 30 rolls of dimes. I have more today than I did yesterday, but you never know what's going to walk in the door next. I got 30 rolls of dimes at $165. Guys, that's like $1.50 below spot, below melt, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. I've got 20 rolls a quarter, so just remember, on the rolls of dimes, it's $5 face value, 50 dimes. The quarter rolls are $10, so double the amount of silver. $330 again. It's like $1.50 below spot.
It's still
I've got 20 rolls.
It's still amazing that at that price, which is considered a good price, a silver dime is $3.30. Right?
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
$3.30 for a silver dime. That's where we're at today. We're well over 3 cents for a copper penny now. Kudos to you guys that save old coins, because it's paying off now.
Wow. That's just crazy.
One little dime. Maybe you get ultra lucky at the grocery store. Once in a while, one of those things will pop out and change or something,
I'm just trying to do some math.
And by the way, it's interesting because it used to be a silver quarters a gallon of gas. Right at the moment, which shows you the inflation is getting ready to come, guys. Gallon of gas, a silver dime. So remember leading. I say leading indicator. Gold and silver's leading indicator. The inflation comes behind it. Here it comes, man. Silver dime is a gallon of gas.
At $100, silver at $100. What, each dime would be like $7? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Get ready. Guys, this is odd. I mean, I've only got one line open. Hey,
you used to sell 1 ounce silver eagles. You used to sell 1 ounce silver eagles for $3, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what we're going to have to do, right? Hey, you can buy one silver eagle today for $100.
I know if you have a middles program and you're at the minimum, which is $100 a month for 3 months, that's going to be less than 6 silver eagles here pretty soon. That's all you can get. 5 silver eagles.
Wow. I've got 7 of these graded 20. How the heck do I have these? By the way, last day, because I'm going to just sell them back to the wholesaler. You got spot gold right around $38.75. They're $3,800 for the graded $20. And there's some libs, some saints. There's 663s, 162. And then, again, like water, somehow I got more 20s today than yesterday. $20 gold pieces, $37.75. It's $100 below spot. I don't mean to laugh. I don't know have we ever done that? I don't know. If you buy 10 or more, and like I said, I got like 25 of these now, $37.50 on $20 gold pieces at 800-951-0592. Take the time. Keep adding to your portfolios. And, remember what gold and silver are going to do. They're going to keep you whole. Understand what's coming. The dollar is going to be worth less. Why? Because they need inflation. Why do they need inflation? Because they know that they're in trouble and they're hoping a miracle happens where somehow they spend an avalanche of money while lowering the interest rates, and miraculously somehow we can grow faster than the debt. Now, it's never happened before, ever, because let's face it, if that was actually true, every country in the world right now, Jason, would probably have 5% GDP growth. What do we keep talking about? Well, they got a debt problem. What are they doing? Adding more debt, right? It doesn't work. It's actually, because there was no good idea, this isn't any more stupid than any other idea, is it?
Well, it works. One thing I'll keep going to, it works if you're holding a lot of assets. What this does is makes the poor poorer. We are seeing a wealth transfer, and the so-called middle class is anemic at best, and this is going to push people into the poorhouse, and it's going to push some people to getting wealthy, and it's going to make the wealthy and the ultra-wealthy very rich. It doesn't matter if there's inflation if you're not holding the cash. It's a hot potato. Whoever's holding the hot potato, and here's the thing, everybody that's working a job, $15 an hour, you're coveting and you're trying to go get the hot potato, and then you hold on to it. If you save it in the bank, you're paying a tax on the money that you've already been taxed on. You got to not be holding the hot potato. You got to get it into gold and silver. You want to save and relax. You put it in gold and silver. That's where you save and relax. All the most calm people I've ever met have been these gold and silver customers at Patriot, Joe. They got it saved in the right place.
Listen, and guess what, guys? Your savings is getting ready to go up another what, 50%, 100%? Yeah. If you got it in gold and silver, we'll be back. 800-951-0592. Silver Eagle's going fast. $9.75. Cost on U.S. Silver Eagles now over $1,000. Regular price $1,115. The remaining rolls that I have left, the girls will let you know however many that is at $9.75. Rolls of dimes and rolls of quarters below melt and way below melt. $165 on the dimes, $330 on the quarters. We're getting close to $200 for a roll of dimes. I think regular price is like $185, something like that. I think $185. $185. Save $20 today. That's huge. And then on the gold side, it doesn't get better than this. 7 graded 20s, 3,800. You got 20 plus ungraded 20s, 37.75. It's like $100 below spot. And if you buy 10 or more, $37.50 at 800-951-0592. That is, listen, that is to put your savings away so you can get ready for what's coming. And then on the other side, we keep telling you, guys, we need more income. We got to find it. And TEXIT is a way to do it. How crazy is it that Bobby Gray has a closed-door meeting at the largest crypto convention in the world in Singapore with Donald Trump Jr.? And we're, half a day away? I think midnight my time, something close to that. We go live on MEXC, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. And yes, they hate Americans. Yep. If you want to trade on that platform, you got to use VPN and all that stuff, right? Because they don't want to deal with the U.S. government's regulations. But that's why Biconomy, we're here. We're live on Biconomy right now. No VPN. Matter of fact, they won't let you sign up if you're using a VPN. Right? They want to know, listen, welcome to the U.S., right? No, we want to know who you are, brother. Guys, this thing, and I know, oh my gosh, it went down for a couple of weeks after it skyrocketed. You have no idea what's coming. We literally, any second now, are getting ready to turn on not one, but 2 megamines. By the way, all 4 of the first 4 megamines are now in the U.S. Got 4 more right behind it. Still waiting on Victoria Electric. They keep saying, tomorrow, any day, but it's coming. It's coming. Mansfield, Houston, McKinney. It's all coming. And when that happens, that's when the whole world goes, oh, crap. Huh. They really did do it. It really wasn't a Ponzi scheme. It really wasn't a pump and dump or some SEC violations or whatever other nonsense that these guys put out there. It's not true. And everyone's going to find out. We're going to be over 50,000 miners before this month is over. And Jason, we know at that point it's game over. Once you hit 50,000, you're going to be at 100,000, and then the mine is full in a matter of months. That's just how the numbers work. when we're sitting here watching how fast things are going. Yesterday, over 650 new miners in one day on a month. What was it? I guess it was a Tuesday. Today, there's already 200 plus miners already signed up and growing every second. Every day that goes by, every week that goes by, we're showing the world we're not messing around. And we believe that we have the winners when it comes to what comes next. First thing was we had to build the mine. It's not done. Listen, when you think about it, right, we're only about 15% full right now. If 200,000 is the number, right, at 50,000, that's 25% full. Right? At 100,000, which will be sometime in November, that's half full. The problem is half full gives you 30 days before it's full. And then there's no more being a miner. There's no more daily income. This is really what this is about, changing your life. We talk about how is $995 not worth the risk? We've been talking about it since the beginning of May. So we had all of May, all of June, all of July, all of August, all of September. You've seen the numbers. Jason and I were right around miner 3,000. Right? We're now getting ready to hit miner 35,000. On our way to 50,000.
Big.
Right? The mega mines are all getting ready to come online. We're on we'll be live on one of the world's biggest exchanges tomorrow. And oh, by the way, we just happened to have a meeting with Don Jr. last night. Yeah. I guess it's almost, a layup. Call us, 800-951-0592. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason wrapping up this Monday. Listen, the specials. Silver, way below cost. Silver Eagles, $9.75. Dimes and quarters below melt by a lot, like $1.50. $1.65 and $3.30 on the gold side. Graded gold. Well, it's only $70 below spot right now at $3,800. Ungraded, $37.75. 10 or more, $37.50 at 800-951-0592. We're talking TEXIT. Jason, I'm just going to put this as simply as I can. We think, Bobby thinks the mine's going to be full at the end of December, and the price is going to be about $80 by February. If you put in $9.95, you're risking $9.95. If he's right, and it's $80 in February, and the mine is full, every day you'd be earning $8 a day once the mine hits $80. $8 a day. It's $2,920 a year. A year. It's over, That's 300% on your money. If you did a 9-pack, which I highly recommend, it's $8,955. You'd be getting $88 a day. Are you kidding me? Think about that. Wait a minute, I can get an extra $2,640 a month? Yeah. The 27-pack, that's the most you can do. At $80, you'll be making $100,000 a year. A year. Here's the thing, though. I don't think it's going to be $80 for very long. He thinks it's going to be $800 in February 2027. I don't know, but that's listen, he's been pretty good at these numbers. Think about it. $995. If it gets to $800, you'll be making almost $30,000 a year. It's insane. Remember how people got crypto rich? I keep trying to, you know what, Jason, we got to adjust our mentality. Got to adjust our mentality. Yes, the opportunity does exist. Is it guaranteed? No. But boy, it looks pretty promising, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine at $800 a 9-pack and you're making $300,000 a year?
It's very possible.
Are you going to kick yourself for not doing it? Listen, one seat's $995. The maximum is 27 seats. You can't not put any more than that into it. You get coins every single night. And guess what? It seems like every month now, there's more and more exchanges that want you to buy and sell TEXIT. It's getting easier and easier and easier. And people doubt it. Oh, they're not going to make major exchanges. No way. Well, guess what? We just did. And there's a lot more coming. The winners play here, right? I hope you decide to take a shot with us. 800-951-0592. Jason and I, we're coming right back.